Welcome back, guys, to my channel. And today we are doing a pick a card reading on how do women view me. So in my earlier videos I did one on how men view you, so now we're going to see how women view you. And it could be either romantic or platonic, right? So we're going to find out. And we have three options to choose from. So the first one is the hairband. The second one is the gold necklace. And the third one is the key. So you can choose one. And we're going to go to pile number one, which is the hairband. Let's go. And I'm going to sage the place before I do the reading, the cards, Ooh, want some clear energy. Right. So, So instantly from the item, you guys just have your excuse my language, but shit together. You have yourself together. That's how women view you anyway. They feel like, you're someone that can sort out a situation. You can hold your end of the deal. You can, if you say you're going to do something, you're able to manage just by yourself. It's not really an issue. You don't really need other people there to help you. It's quite independent. They may feel like you keep people together. So within your friend group or family dynamic, you're the person that keeps everyone together. You may be the mediator. I feel like you just don't really have time for problems, and but say your person. I think I do so much readings on people and their significant other, right? Women realize this about you, that you keep people together and you can hold yourself together. Basically, it's kind of hard to sabotage you, or it's hard to be destructive around you, because you're always going to pick yourself back up again. You're always going to make sure you can I don't want to say get yourself out of situations, but you're able to sort a situation out, basically. I feel like you guys are quite presentable. If you guys don't know what that means, it's just because the hairband, the use of it is just to keep a person's hair in place, make them look neat and orderly, and that's the type of vibe you guys have. This is how women basically view you. Now, if we're going to go into the color, is a thing where you guys are able to transform your life into the way you want it to be. So you guys are constantly evolving. So you're never going to be stuck in the same situation over and over and over again. You kind of come to a point where, even if it's a thing where you're in the same situation over and over again, you come to a point where you're like, I don't really want to live like this anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't want to, keep being friends with this person anymore. Like, you're just over it. I don't want to stay in this job anymore. I'm going to try and, get better. I'm going to try and do better for myself. I'm going to try and elevate. And people are like, oh, okay, all right. Like, these women are like, okay, I didn't even know that power number one was, doing all that. It's just a very independent vibe you have. So whether you're a man or woman, like you just come off very independent, and you're able to sort things out with by yourself and with other people if you want to. And if you don't want to, you're able to say, I don't need to deal with this. I'm not doing this anymore. Bye bye. I really don't care, because you guys are the type of people that try your best to make a situation prosper. You try your best to make a situation work, and if it doesn't work, you know when to say, yeah, I'm done. This is done. I'm not doing this no more. You don't respect what I'm trying to do, or I'm doing the best I can and it's not working, so now I know to myself I'm going to move on to someone else, or do something else. So yes guys, I'm liking your energy and these women. Do you know what's funny though? I feel like as soon as I shuffle these cards though, there's going to be mixed feelings about this. So because I really getting, some of you are independent, so some women are kind of see you as like an inspiration, like wow, you know, he or she, they're doing their own thing. So okay, if you're a woman, because I'm seeing this in multiple ways, if you're a woman, other women are looking at you like you're very independent, you're doing very well for yourself, you know when to end connections, you know when to end certain careers, and you just elevate. And they see that as inspiration. But then there's some women that may look at you, if you're a woman, and they may look at it like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, just evolving? Like, who said you could do that? So why is it you can do that and I can't do that? I just don't think that's right. So some of them are just feeling a bit jealous of the fact that you can evolve, and you know when to end something, and they're just like, okay. Also, I thought to add, some of you are very mysterious. No, you guys are mysterious. Even if you guys feel like, I don't think I'm mysterious, like I tell the whole of my business, or, you know, I let people know what I'm doing, I wouldn't say I'm that mysterious. Okay, but even if you do, people still feel like they don't really know you. Women feel like they don't really know you like the back of their hand. And for some women, if you're a woman, they find that quite... I'm going to get to the men. The women, I didn't leave you out, but I'm just getting the women out the way first. They feel that is quite intimidating, because they don't know what you're going to come with next. They don't know what you're going to do next. And obviously women that have control issues, they're not really going to like that vibe that you have of, you know, mysterious energy. So yeah, so as I said, there's some women, if you're a woman, that are quite intimidated by this energy and vibe that you have, and they're just like, I just don't know who you think you are, evolving and transforming like that, and you can do everything yourself. Like, they may feel away because they always need someone to help them, and you're just like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't need you, bye bye, the door is there if you need to go, thank you. So I guess I got the item out of the way. I'm going to go with the cards now to see how women... Oh, wait, no, the men. Sorry, men, I didn't forget. Sorry, men, I did not forget about you, men. Men, so as I said, you still have the qualities of the women I described, very independent, very mysterious, keeping everyone together. And if something's not working, you're like, bye-bye, I ain't got time for this. So women find that very attractive about you, and they want to know, like, how did you turn into this type of individual that can do that? They're not really seeing any flaws, I'm not gonna lie. So for the men out there, they really admire this about you. They're like, oh, okay, he's not really showing me any flaws. Obviously everyone has flaws, but for the women, they're not seeing that much from you, and is very attractive. And because you're mysterious, sorry women, they didn't get that from you. But for the men out there, they're like, oh, and you're mysterious too. Like, I don't even really know you, you know, like, so because you have this mysterious element going on, it's like, it makes them even more intrigued. But remember also, I am very, I'm open to all sexualities on this channel. So this could also be, even if you're a woman, if you know women look at you romantically also, and you look at women romantically, this could be how they're viewing you, like the man as well, you know, like just very... they find this element of you attractive, basically. But obviously, if you're a woman that looks at women platonically and vice versa, they don't really like that vibe about you, because it's intimidating. And then some are inspired by it. So you'll know which box you fall into, because you will know by the way women deal with you, right? Cool. And then I'm not really seeing this negatively for men, or for, you know, individuals that view women romantically. Like, I don't feel like the women are looking at you in a negative way. But for the women out there, or, you know, yeah, for the women out there, the other women, some of them are feeling a bit intimidated by this energy that you bring. Cool, let's go. I spoke for 9 minutes about that. I'm so sorry, but I just had to get all the messages out there. So How do women feel about pile number one? Or how do they view pile number one? See, I knew it. So we have the Four of Swords upright. So if you know women view platonically, they're just kind of watching you like, okay, they're really seeing what you're doing. Because I feel like a lot of you are doing a lot of new things in your life. You've kind of transformed recently, or you've just changed your mindset or activities that you're doing. So you're not the way that they once viewed you. So this is, women that have known you for a while. And this is also, and women that have just started to get to know you. They're just like, okay, what's pile number one doing? This is interesting because I'm not used to, seeing someone do all that. So they just want to know what you're doing. They want to be in your business, but these women, they're not going to ask you, like, what are you doing? What's happening? They're just going to watch what you're doing on social media to find out what you're doing. Or they're going to hear what other people are saying about you to find out what you're doing, and to find out information about you. But, I don't really see the Four of Swords as a positive card. And this is for those of you where this is platonic. So it's like, because they view you so positively and they don't really want to admit it, it's kind of like, there must be a flaw. Pile number one must have a flaw. And they're just waiting to hear one, or now they haven't heard what they want to hear. So they're just, and I'm really sorry, but for some of you, they're just kind of waiting to hear something like bad. I don't know what's going on with women these days, some women, but yeah, I'm all for women's rights, and I do love women. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really understand this energy, but there's just some women that just feel very intimidated by other women's success or other men's success. Do you know what I mean? And they're just basically watching you to see. But remember, this is in a platonic sense, right? I'm gonna get to a romantic sense in a minute because I have to include everyone. This is a general reading. Yeah, they're just watching what you're doing, seeing what you're doing, seeing if if this evolution, this elevated stage of you is actually real, if what you say you're about is real, that type of vibe. I just knew. There's probably going to be positive cards as well, guys, but I knew that there was going to be a group of you where, because you guys sounded amazing just from the item you chose, or the item you was drawn to, it's kind of like, of course you're going to have some haters, you know what I mean? You just have to deal with it. But yeah, they're just watching what you're doing, seeing what you're doing, and seeing if you're going to flop. And then there's some people that are watching what you're doing because they are inspired, but they're seeing if the way you do things is actually, actually will work out. So there's some of you where it's not malicious. They just want to see what's going on and see if what you're doing actually is making you successful. So it's like a waiting period of just watching and all this. But they will never come to your face and ask you about your success and stuff going on, because what is the reason actually? They don't want to look like they're too invested in your life, and they don't look like they're not on the same level as you. So it's best to just watch from afar. Now, those of you where this, women view you romantically and vice versa, they're just watching to see what you're doing because they think that you're, very amazing, and you guys are, and they're just like, how am I going to talk to this person? Like, how am I in the same league as this person? They're doing a lot of stuff for themselves. They don't really need anyone. They bring everyone together. They're like an angel on earth at this point, and I don't know if I kind of live up to what they deserve. So they're kind of just watching you from afar. So if you guys kind of, if you guys view women romantically and they're not really, speaking to you or talking to you, it's not that they don't like you, it's just they're a bit too scared that you're just a bit out of their league, and they're just like, oh, oh, well, I need to see if, I need to get to know pal number one before I speak to them, because I don't want them to feel like I'm not good enough to speak to them. So it's just that type of watching energy, waiting for the right time to approach you energy, How do we review pal number one? We have the Six of Pentacles. So remember when I said how you guys, are, you're there for your friends or family, you keep everyone together. Even it could even be in a work situation. You guys are quite, what is the word? It's likable, amicable. You're quite, you get along with people, right? And you're not hesitant to help people. You don't hesitate to help people. So this person, they view you as a very caring person, the person that gives their time and effort to those that matter to you. And also, and this is in a platonic sense, like they know that you have a lot to offer. You could basically upgrade someone's life. So that's how they're feeling about you, pal number one. And platonically, they feel like they could receive a lot of help from you, especially regarding a career sense or in a financial sense. You are very abundant, and you could be very helpful in that way. So women are viewing you like that. Some of you, you're the person that they go to when they need help or advice about something. But this is some of the, so this is some women. Some women kind of view you like you're the first person or second person I'll go to for advice or help, because you're very giving and you can actually help me in a stable way, especially financially and career-wise. But then, as I said, there's some women that would kind of keep their distance from you because, they're kind of intimidated by your success. They still see you as someone that's very giving, but they feel like if you don't really know someone like that, you're just not really going to give to them. And I think the reason they believe this is because maybe you guys are because we have the Four of Swords and the cards purple, right? So I feel like you guys are very intuitive pal, and the band is giving me Scorpio energy, don't know why. So I feel like women know that you're not with the rubbish, with the crap. Like, women know that you're very intuitive, so they know they can't just come to you and be like, can you help me? Because you'll be like, excuse me, what have you done for me to be helping you? Like, you just want to speak to me because you want something. Like, people know that women know they can't take the mickey. So for the women that don't know you like that, they're not going to ask you for help, but they know that you could help them. And then for the women that do know you very well, they know that you're the first person they'll most probably go to for help. One moment, guys. Cool. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, and if it's in a romantic sense, if you view women romantically and vice versa, you have a lot to offer women. That's how women feel. You have a lot to offer them. And this is why they're too scared to approach you and speak to you, because they're thinking, well, what do I have to offer you? Am I even, worthy of your time? Like, that's how they're feeling. So, yeah. I want to know, I actually want to get to know you guys, part number one, because you sound like amazing people. It's crazy. Okay. Right. How do we review part number one? We have the Tower in reverse. So, this is giving me, you are your own foundation and nothing can break you. You guys probably thinking, I don't know what she's talking about because I cried all night yesterday. Okay, but let me just say something. You see, women, they feel like nothing can break you. Nothing can break you. They can try to break you, but will it last? No. Will it work? No. Because you're just gonna rebuild yourself back up again. So you guys will have this vibe of, oh, you can break me, but hear what I'm saying. I'm the queen or the king of evolution. So I don't know how you're gonna. So you can break me, babe, or yeah, sorry, you can break me, babe, but I will just build myself back up again. So good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck. And they're just like, oh, well, and this is another thing. Every time someone tries to this is in a platonic sense, guys, right? So every time someone tries to mess with you, it doesn't work. It's not gonna happen. Like they try, and it may work for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, but you guys are like, I'll just build myself back up again, because you thought that was the end of me. No, I'm just gonna build myself back up. Like no one, you can't break me. Yes, you can't do it. So women see this and they're like, oh. So it's not even the women that feel that they're in competition with you, because I see for you guys there is a lot of women that feel that they're in competition with you. If you view women platonically and vice versa, they're just like, there's no point being in competition with you because you're just going to build yourself up again. So it's just like, okay, you constantly elevate and they're just sick of you. Sick of it. Why can't I constantly elevate like that? Why power number one can just elevate the next day? Well, how come I don't have those abilities? Well, guess what? You could do it, madam, but you want to sit there and look at what power number one's doing. You don't want to sort your own life out. So that is not your problem, power number one. Keep elevating. But yeah, nothing can break you. And I feel like a lot of people are upset about it. The ones that, envy you. Because I do see envy here. And then there are some women that view like, okay, you're indestructible. Friend, teach me how. Teach me how, because I want to know how you do that. So as I said, there's a group of women that are envious, and there's a group of women that find you to be a very big inspiration towards them. They're like, whoa, okay. I mean, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that it was, power number one was able to just evolve that quick. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, it's just this indestructible force you have, and the women are either feeling intimidated by it, upset by it, or because I'm gonna say and there are some women that are very inspired by it. Now, if women view you romantically and vice versa, they do not want their connection with you to crumble at all. It cannot. They don't, because they're like, pound number one is a diamond, and guess what? I can't lose my diamond. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if women view in a romantic sense, they're very possessive over you. Like they feel like, I've built with you and you are amazing, and I can't let someone else have you. I just can't. It can't work. No. So I feel for a lot of you. If you view women in a romantic sense, a lot of your exes, they feel like they messed up. Like they messed up when they lost you. They're just like, oh man, now, power number one's going to be with someone else. They're going to get all power number one's good qualities. They're going to be power number one and they're amazing. And I'm just stuck with someone that's not even as great as power number one in my eyes. So yeah, like they're just like, okay. So yeah, they're very possessive over you, and I think they kind of see like nothing can break you in terms of if a woman said to you tomorrow, I don't even want to be with you anymore, you guys will be like, okay, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. You guys are like, I don't really care. You can go. Do you think I can't find another girl out there? Oh no, like you guys are just like, okay, bye. I've done all I could for you. You don't appreciate it? Go then. And the girl's just like, oh wait, hold on, wait. You were supposed to chase after me, and you guys are like, no, 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 boo. No one's chasing after you. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, no one's. Maybe that man or girl over there will chase you, but I ain't doing it. No, thank you. So they're just like, women just feel very upset by it that you're just not, you're not taking any type of manipulation um, when it comes to connections with them. Like, if they do something weird, you're not afraid to say, well, go then. You think I need you? I really don't. So, yeah. Um, but then also, you guys have the power of not letting something break if you really don't want it to break. So, when it comes to your connections with people that you really, really, really value, like, I think this is more to do with, like, really personal ones, like family members and maybe friends you've known from childhood. Like, if you really, really want the connection to happen, and the person's moving really um, crazy, I don't know, that's kind of rude to say. If the person's not really doing their part, you're still like, well, I'm not going to end the connection just because you're not doing your part. I really want the connection to work, so I'll just, we're still friends, innit? We're still family, so yeah. If you really want the connection to work, you'll make it work. If you don't, you will tell the person there's the door. So it really depends on you, and I feel like in a romantic sense, some women are just kind of like, wow, if partner number one doesn't like me, this actually isn't going to work. So I'm not going to give them a reason to just drop me. Like, I'm actually going to try. And if women view you platonically, they know like who your serious friends are and who isn't. And they know which box they fall under. There's no confusion because you've made it very clear where you stand with people. Like, we're either really, really cool or you're just an acquaintance. Like, or you're just a friend that I feel like you guys have. I don't feel like you guys have friends. I feel like it's like, this friend is technically my family, so this is family, and you over there, you're not even really my friend, you're associates. So you have like family and associates, and people are like, okay, cool. They know which box they fall. The women know which box they fall under, so they're like, all right then. That's in a platonic sense. So how do women view part number one? 9 of Wands, upright. So you guys are not taking any rubbish from anyone. You will defend yourself. You're someone that will defend yourself. You're not having any type of deception going on around you. You're just like, no, it's not happening. Some women feel that you're very guarded. So if this is in a platonic sense, they feel like you're not one. You definitely are not a beg friend. A beg friend is someone that begs friends. You are not a beg, so you will not be like, oh hi, how are you? Let's be friends. I really want to be friends. You're the type of person that's chill, and people will approach you, and then you'll be like, oh, how are you? Conversation, and then it will build up to a friendship. You don't force nothing, so it's kind of like, I'm chilling. If you want to be friends, we can be friends. If you don't want to be, I really don't care. It doesn't change my day. It does not affect my life. So they think that you're very defensive, you're very closed off, and that may be why people find you quite mysterious. You reveal what you want people to know, but you don't reveal what you don't want people to know. So that's what women know, and it's really hard to kind of destroy you as well, because you're not letting out any secrets. And it's really hard to get close to you as well, even if they're not being malicious. It's really hard to get close to you as well, because you're just like, I don't trust you. I do not trust you. I don't know you from nowhere. So we'll wait and see if you're worthy, yeah? Because we're not best friends, babe. Um, we're not best friends, babe. And even if you've known certain women for a long time, the women still feel that you're kind of guarded. Like, you only let them into a certain degree. So they're just like, you can never really get really close to pile number one because they don't let you. So yeah. And if they try to intimidate you, or they try to bully you, you're not having it. You're like, bully who? Me? Don't think so. Could never run. It could never happen. That's not happening still. I don't know what you thought, madam, but you're not bullying me. You guys will either just distance yourself, like that person will never hear from you again because they really tried it, or you'll actually be like, are you alright? Are you dumb? Do you want to fight? Because who you bullying? Is it me? Who do you think I am? Do you think I'm your friend over there that takes bullying? Because I'm not. I'll punch you in your face. Like, you guys are very much like, don't play with me. Don't try me. So yeah, you guys are not. You're not the one to mess with. Whew. Anyways, there's that. Because it's on top of the Pentacle card as well. Like, if I feel like you guys don't bring women on your financial secrets. So things to do with money and career, you're not really telling them all your business regarding that. Now you may tell them what's going on romantically, because it seems like you guys don't even really care too much about your romantic life. It just is what it is. Reason I say that, I don't see no cups in the reading, right? So all I see is pentacles and wands. Okay, so you guys are just kind of like, to talk about romantic stuff maybe very trivial to you, like, okay, cool, I'll talk about that, I don't really care about it. You can go and tell your friend Lucy next door what all my romantic business, I don't care. Everyone probably knows anyway, who cares? But when it comes to your money and your career, you're like, I'm not letting not letting you lot in on that. That's my secret weapon. Like, so you lot can steal my ideas, and then I have no, sorry, we're not doing that. Like, and I feel like you guys have worked very hard to get where you've gotten, and you're just like, no, I'm not reveal. It's not even, and I don't feel like it's in a bad mind way. I feel like it's in a way like, go out there and work hard for certain things, like I have. Like, that is the way you do stuff. Like, I'll give you advice, but I'm not telling you the whole of my business. Like, what is that? So you can be very guarded on that. If women view you romantically, they just feel like they can't really get to know you as well as they would like to know you, because you just don't let them in. Some women feel like you have been hurt by a past partner, and because of this, you're just like, no. So someone feel like, I can't even be very intimate with you. I can't be intimate with you the way I want to be intimate with you, because you just don't let me in because of what that past girl did or that past guy did. Like, I didn't even do anything to you. So yeah, they're a bit frustrated with that. And they can see that you're very giving, but you're giving to an extent because they feel like you feel like you need to protect yourself when it comes to romance. So yeah. See if I get any other messages. I'm going to use the Oracle deck for more messages. How do women view pile number 1? Is that 3? Alright, let's go. Death of the maiden, invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. So basically, okay, women may view you as someone who once let someone violate you. So there's some women that kind of know your past, and you may have been very lenient, and that caused someone to take the piss out of you, and now you're just like, yeah, I'm not having it still. I'm not a victim no more. I'm not having it. And they realize that's why you're very defensive today. That's romantic and platonic, to be honest. And I feel like there's a lot of women. Oh my gosh, that is just not nice. Right. For those of you where they view you platonically, they try to oh no, this isn't both ways. Okay, this is platonic and romantic. So let me start with platonically. Platonically, in a platonic sense, they try to invade your space because you're a very content person. You know, by yourself, you're able to do what you need to do. No disruptions. No one can, take you off, steer you off your path. And there's some people, some women out there that are really trying to do that to you. Like they're trying to invade your privacy. They're trying to dominate you so they can get whatever they can out of you. And I think you guys should be careful because I don't like that card. I don't like it. And I said you guys were about transformation and evolving, and we have 28 on the card, and 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, which represents new beginnings. So because some of you always, are evolving, but some of you've recently changed and evolved from a way of thinking or allowing people to treat you a certain way. And it's like some women kind of want you to go back, revert. So go back to how you once was so that they can take the mickey out of you. So be very careful. And it also applies in a romantic sense because there's some women that kind of know you probably had a soft side for another woman or another man, and you kind of let them take the mickey, and now you're not having it, but they want to be able to take the mickey like they did, like the other person did with you. So they're getting a bit annoyed that you're not allowing it, but that's their business. That's your business. Like, pile number 1 is not having that. Then we have the grumpy red fairy, be your true self, in reverse. So you hide your emotions. This is for romantically and platonically. You hide your actual emotions, and it's not so much hide, it's like it's not appropriate for me to behave this way, because if I behave in a very impulsive, dramatic way, I'm not going to get to where I need to get to, because 8 is about success. So it's literally a thing where you're like, I know how to behave, where and when. Like, you can read a room, or you think about the consequences of a situation, and you're like, I'm not going to behave like that. I'm going to behave like this, and then I'll deal with my emotions when I get home. And that's allowed you to basically elevate yourself, and women see this, and some women are quite envious of it, and they're actually upset about it too, because like you're able to if they try to. So I feel like for some of you, you've been in some connections with some women, and they've tried to manipulate you to get angry. They've tried to push your buttons, and you've said nope, not me. That's what you want. You thought I was slow. No, I'm not. Pound of 1's not slow out here, so you can go away with that. I'm going to act normal, and you're going to look like the crazy one. And obviously, if women view you platonically, they're annoyed because you're not falling for any emotional traps. You're able to be very nonchalant when you need to be, and they're just like, fuck, it didn't work. Excuse my language, but it didn't work. Anyway, you shouldn't even be watching my channel if you're under 16. I'm going to say that again. But I put, no, this is not for children I tick that box, so no children should be watching this anyway. But yeah, if you are under 16, come off my channel. Thank you very much. Please and thank you. Okay, but yes. And obviously, if this is a romantic, if women view romantically, then they're just upset that they can't push your buttons, because obviously it's easy to manipulate someone that's emotionally erratic, right? So because you're not, they're annoyed because they can't get their way because you're just not allowing it. So I feel like this pile, you look at situations very logically, and this is why you're very successful, because you know when to show emotions and when not to, and I think you can sense when people are being manipulative, and you instantly think, yeah, you want me to do that, I'm not doing that, and that's it. But then we also have Mender Broken Heart Fairy, healing from heartache. So as I said, a lot of you guys are healing from a past relationship, and I think that relationship has changed you. It has changed you into this indestructible force. This person that's like, okay, so all these men or women want to break my heart, be it friendships or romantic connections, and guess what? You're not going to destroy me. I'm going to put a big ass plaster on my heart because you lot thought my heart was broken. Okay, I will sort myself out and I will heal from this, and you lot can't destroy me. And her hair's green, so this has given me, I'm still going to be a loving person. You guys thought because, you know, my heart was broken, I'm going to be horrible. Haha, no, that's what you want. I'm still loving, but I'm loving with caution. I'm loving in a way where no one can take the mickey out of me anymore, basically, you know. So you guys are healing your heart chakra, and you're just like, I'm still gonna elevate. It's fine. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Like, you know. And women see this and they're like, so women, if women view you platonically, they're just like, okay, this girl or this guy is just amazing. Like, they're just amazing. They just don't. Nothing can break them at this point. Not a romantic connection, not a friendship connection, not an evil person because they're not entertaining it. Like, indestructible. That's the best word to explain you guys. Really, that's how women literally view you. And if women view you romantically, they just feel like you're not really opening up to them because someone hurt you in the past, and they're just like, oh man, now I got, and I have to, you know, try and be with pile number one, and because of one idiot, I have to now deal with the what's it called? I have to deal with all the trauma because of what someone else did. So, you know, oh well. What, you thought this was going to be easy? No, it's not. Pile number one is not easy. If you really want them, they're worth it. Okay. What is this? Everyone comes with trauma. Deal with it. What the hell? Okay. Woo! Oh, and 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 is kind of like when you're nearly at the completion of something, but you haven't really got there yet. So obviously, if this is in a romantic sense, this women really view you as someone that, you know, they could have a happy life with, but because you're so guarded, it can never really be like that. And then if this is platonic, someone view you as you have everything, except maybe the romantic, your romantic area may be a bit not that great, but they're like, you have everything, but if that romantic area could improve, then yeah, that's it, you're a bad bee. You are the guy, no one can tell you nothing. So for some of you, it's just your love situation. Women kind of know, okay, that's not really saying much, that's not really popping. But once you do that, no one can tell you nothing. You guys are saying it. Okay, how do women view power number one? We have Nuada perfection in reverse, and we have oh gosh, you guys are really protecting yourself, and that's good, by the way. But damn, I didn't even know it was that serious. A new beast protection and lure skill in reverse. So as I said, guys, because you guys seem very perfect, and I said this for my soul, the object is literally a thing where women are kind of feeling like you have an imperfection. They're trying to find it. They're trying to find the imperfection at this point, because you're just coming out flawless, and they just don't understand why that is. Like, why is that? How come you seem flawless and I don't get it? That's not fair. It's not fair. And if women view you romantically, you're just not cooperating well. Even if you did, then everything would be perfect with regarding their connection with you. So yeah, protections here, because you guys protect yourself. You guys, some of you guys have a resting bitch face, and guess what? You don't care. That's your business, because I need to protect myself. So yeah, some people find you kind of cold, kind of frosty, and it's just really, it's really hard for those that have malicious intent. Oh, that's another thing as well. Yeah, cool. So I'm not really too hot on the Egyptian mythology, right? But let me explain something to you. Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual energy going on with the Egyptian mythology, right? And people feel like even if they mess with you, you see your spirit guides, you see your ancestors that are protecting you. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, because even if you don't protect yourself, which you most probably will, your ancestors will go out there to get them. They're done. They're done out here. And so basically, some of them are like, okay, the karma I'm gonna get from messing with pile number one is serious, and it's on a spiritual level. I'm gonna end up with nightmares for life, most probably. I don't want to go through that. So some people are like, I'm just not gonna mess with pile number one. I'm not even messing with them in a bad way, because that's gonna come back on me, and I don't want that. So yeah, that's how they're feeling. They're like, I'm not trying to go through that. And this is if they view platonically. If they view romantically, no, even it applies romantically too. This is exes. They're feeling the wrath of messing with you. They're feeling the wrath. They're feeling the pain that they put you through. It's just in a different way. You guys probably like, okay, but they're in a happy relationship and I'm a single. Okay, you don't know what's going on in that relationship. Their girl could be badding them up. Their man could be bad. Like, you don't know what's going on. Their person could be taking the mickey out of them, like they took the mickey out of you. Yeah. But they're probably like, I don't want to lose another person in it, so I'll just what's the word? Stay with this person. You never know someone's relationship dynamic. So yeah, some exes are suffering because they mess with you. And guess what? Some of these girlfriends, they know it. Like, these girls out here, they know it. They've heard it on the road. They heard it on the street. Like, these girls that know your significant other, these girls that know your exes, they're just like, I heard what happened with her. I heard what happened with him. I am not trying to mess with pile number one like that, because I don't want to go through that too. They're like, no, that is not the one. You should not have messed with them. So you guys have a lot of spiritual protection, and women know this. Women know this. They know. And are they scared? Yes, very. So you shouldn't really be scared if you don't have malicious intent, but everyone views spirituality differently. It's like every person that's messed with you lot, it's gone bad for them. Like, it's life's been rocky since, and the women are like, oh hell no, I'm not trying to go through that. So that may be why some women are a bit hesitant to speak to you, because they're like, if I do one thing wrong, my house probably burn down. I ain't got time for it. So my car will probably run out of petrol or something. They haven't got time for it. So they're just like, no, I ain't got time for that. Let me be careful when I'm about to speak. When I'm about to speak to pile number one. Everything comes naturally to you. You don't try too hard. This is how women view. You don't try too hard. This is why learn skills in reverse. You don't. It's just this effortless vibe to you, and they don't get it, because some, majority of women that view you, they're like, they have to try very hard to do certain things, and for you, it's a breeze. It's a breeze. It was nothing, and they're just like, that's not fair, but that's life. You know what I mean? That's life. That's life, babe. Find your niche, babe. That's not pile number one's fault, babe. So literally, Well, pile number one, I am also going to do um, extra messages for you on my Patreon using more decks. So if you are interested in seeing those, you can subscribe to my Patreon. And if not, I hope you enjoyed your reading. But I'm gonna go to pile number two now. And if you like this reading, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. Bye guys. That was something. That was something. That was something. That was a lot of messages for pile number one. I don't even know that I wasn't even ready. Was you guys ready? I wasn't ready. I didn't know. I didn't know messages were gonna come in like that. Let's sage the place. Let's clear the energy. Because let me tell you something. That was information overload. And I wasn't ready. And I'm the reader, so mate. You wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Okay. Okay, let's go. I don't like it when the stuff just come out on that ash just comes on my table like this. Okay, let's do this. Instantly, guys. Instantly, part number two. Instantly. You guys shine. You guys are bougie. You're probably like, I'm not even bougie, you know. Okay, but guess what? These girls out here think you're bougie. They think you're high maintenance. Okay? And for some of you, it's not that like, okay, for some of you, you actually do the whole, I need to wear designer. I need to make sure, you know, my clothes look decent. I need to make sure I have the right shoes. I need to make sure my hair is did. I need to make sure my nails are did. Like, there's a group of you that are like that. Cool. But there's nothing wrong with that because love yourself first, right? 100%. But then there's another group of you where, cool, it's not so much superficial. It's like, internally, I am very high maintenance. Internally, if you try to come with me with disrespect, we are not friends anymore. You cannot talk to me. I'm not tolerating it. You could never. But that's the regal energy. But the regal energy we're coming with, like internally, you have is women view you to have very high standards. No one can disrespect you. You're not having it, okay? Because how dare you even do that? How dare you even try to bad me up? You can't. You can't. Like, who told you you could do that? Like, very queen vibes, very king vibes there. Don't. But I'm trying to see if I see anything else. And it's also like, you guys may be very clean, like you guys like to clean everywhere all the time. You guys may speak very well, may be very articulate, you may be very careful with what you say. This just is very, you know, bougie on the inside, you know what I mean? And then there's some of you that are just bougie on the outside, and there's some of you where it's just all together. That's just what you embody. So these girls are like, oh, okay. Okay. Some of them are just kind of like, part number two is too bougie. I can't. Like, I don't have money to be getting designer every Friday like they do. That's just, I can't. So some of them are just like, you're just unnecessarily bougie. There's just no, why are you doing that? But that's not your problem, you know. It is what it is. And then some of you, like, they just think your standards are too high. They're just like, I just don't understand why partner. But some of you, they think you're too picky. I know some partner ones picky like this. Like, if they lowered their standards a bit, you know, things will go their way a bit more. But because they want to be all bougie and they think, you know, they're better than everybody, this is why things ain't really working that great. Like, that's just how some of their mentality is. And it's just like, wow, haters. They sound like haters to me. I feel like the first person you should love is yourself. Because how you gonna love anybody else? Shout out to RuPaul, yeah? So, yeah, it's just literally... Also, ooh, I'm gonna get this. I know this. There's a point I'm supposed to make. You confuse people. So it's the way that the chain is. You confuse people. They don't know what to think about you. They don't know. Some people think you're kind of confused as well. And then for some of you, it's just people just think like they're confused about who you are, what you do. They don't really, they can't work you out. You're a bit of a maze um, that has no ending, basically. Um, the people don't really know you. What they do know is you have high standards and all your bougie. They do know that. But what they don't know is, they don't know you properly, basically. But they know all the good stuff about you, though. You know? Cool. And if women are viewing you romantically, I guess the same actually applies. But also you may be, it's like similar to part number one, like women might feel like you're a bit out of their league, like, oh, okay. Part number two is never going to speak to me. Like they want a rich guy or a rich girl. They want someone that can afford these certain things. They want someone with the high standards like they have. Like, I am in no way, shape or form in their league, so there's no point me even trying to speak to them. So yeah, that vibe. Okay, let's see what else comes out. That's all I can really get from that, guys. Well, from the object. We'll use the tarot deck for more information. How do women view power number two? How do it? Okay, okay. Queen of Pentacles. For this part, you guys are about your money. You definitely are about your money. I'll say that much. Yeah, because it's giving me Cardi B money. I'm gonna put that in the description box below. That's a song where people, whenever that song comes up, people, some women may think of you when that song comes up, because that's what a majority of you are kind of focused on, elevating financially and career wise. But you guys may be investors. You guys may have business plans that you're currently working on. Anything you guys plant, it grows. You guys make sure your kids look good. You guys make sure you're doing your job as a mother. I don't know where that came from, because that's not what the card means, but I guess it's an intuitive message. You guys, whatever you guys have, you take care of it. You take care of yourself, and you take care of anything you own. You take it very seriously. You're very devoted. Um, you just invest a lot of time in things that you want to grow. If you don't want it to grow, you ain't investing nothing in nothing. You're gone. You're not interested. But whatever you do want to grow, that's what all your time and energy goes on. And the moon says that people feel like you do it in women. I'm gonna get cussed for the amount of times I've said. I'm actually gonna put in the disclaimer. I'm said people so much. I meant women, guys. Sorry, but yes. But the point is, women feel like, okay, you got stuff cooking, you got stuff that you're investing in, but we don't know, because the moon is here. They don't know what you're doing, and they're like, oh, this girl, this guy's bougie, they got high standards. I know they got stuff in the works. I know they got stuff in the kitchen that they're not telling us, but they feel like you're gonna come out with a big bang about it. Like, so I've been investing in this, and look, it's done. So you're not the type of person that's like, oh, by the way, I'm doing this, or I'm going. You don't say I'm going to do something. If you announce it, you've done it. I've done this. I've done this. I've done like. So women know you're not the type of person that just says something and you don't do it. You you say to yourself you're going to do something, you don't tell no one, and then you do it. You've done it, and they see it, and they're like, oh, when did you work on that? Okay, I didn't even know you was doing all that. All right then. So you just come up with a lot of surprises, and women are like, well, shit then. I didn't even know. So yeah. And this is romantic sense as well. Like, you just, a lot of the time you're investing in things, whether it could literally be investment, or it could literally just be with business, or projects, and no one knows until it's done. The women don't know till it's done. They're like, oh, okay then. So yeah, like, that is applies for both, to be honest. I couldn't really see that in two different ways. Okay. You nurture what you want to nurture, ultimately. Okay. Let's carry on. How do women view power number 2? The Fool. You are always doing something. You're always doing something. You're always doing something. And this is funny because in the Seven of Pentacles we have the Moon in the corner, but then in the Fool card we have the Sun in the corner. So it's ultimately a vibe of I'm trying something new, and you'll basically see the results in the end. So they feel like they're like, you're always doing something new, something interesting, something outside the box, something that maybe not everyone in your community does. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different, it's new, it's hip, it's trendy. I don't know why I'm speaking like an old person, but yeah, it's new. And they're just like, okay. And they feel like you're very free spirited. You just go with the flow. You have a new mindset when it comes to life. You're just like, yeah, bitch, living my life. You don't really care what anyone has to say, even if they don't like your new idea. You're like, I don't care, I'm still gonna do it. You think I need your approval? Because I really don't. Like, you don't need no one's approval. You're gonna do what you want to do to get what you need to get. And people are like, okay, there's no fear factor. You're not someone that's scared to do stuff. Like, if you look silly, then you just look silly. But guess what? I'm gonna get my coin from it though. I'm gonna get what I want from it though. So yeah. And I don't think it's foolish decisions, because then the Fool would be reversed. The women know it's smart decisions, so they're like, okay. If women view you in a romantic way, like, these decisions that you make could create a new life for them. They know that if they get with you romantically, you could show them to a completely new world, a completely new way of living that they're not used to, because you're always doing something new. So they're just like, okay. You have a completely different mindset, and they're just like, oh. It's just a bit odd. They find you a bit odd, but it's not in a bad way at all. It's just in a way that they're not used to. Let's see what else. How do women view power number 2? We have the Hermit. Okay, you guys are the busybodies. You guys are the busybodies. You know why? Because you're always out doing new things that help with your career, or you're investing in that, and you just don't have. And this is causes you not to have time for people. You're always isolated from people. Like, people think that you just isolate yourself from them. So if they can't get with what you're doing, you're gone. You're missing. Don't look for me. Deuces, I'm gone. You're not stopping me from getting my bread. You're not stopping me from getting my paper. You're not stopping me from my business. Do you understand? Babe, do you understand? So if you can't get with it, you gotta go. So women are just like, okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting for a lot of you. Women just think that you think that you're better than them, and this is why you isolate yourself from them. And baby, no one said that. I don't even think, do you know what's crazy? I think you guys are like probably a very misunderstood pal. Like, people think that you think you're better than them, and that may not necessarily be the case. You're just trying to live your life, you're trying to improve your life, and they just feel like you're just trying to prove something. You just think you're better than everyone. Like, it's not even that thing, but okay, like, that's how they're feeling. Yeah, they feel like you isolate yourself. But what's interesting is, when you isolate yourself, women feel like you really think about what you're going to do next. You're not the type of person that will go out and it's for no reason. There has to be a reason as to why you went out. I went out to enjoy myself because I need some relaxation right now because I've been working too hard. Or I'm gonna go out to do this today because that is on my to-do list and I need to get it out the way. Like, there's always a purpose, there's always a reason, and it's towards your self-development, it's towards you growing into the person you want to be. And women are just kind of like, that's a bit weird. Because you may be because these women may be, you know, women in your community that you know, probably just have like maybe one way of thinking. Maybe they don't, sorry to be rude, but you know, some of them, they may be women that, you know, just don't think about their future, where I feel like you guys really think about your future. So they don't understand this mindset, and they're getting offended by it. But it's kind of like, that's not what part number 2 is trying to do. But alright, they just want to better their life. Crazy. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, if this is romantically, yeah, you're missing, you're gone. Oh my gosh. So romantically speaking, whenever like women try to speak to you, they can't. They don't have they never can have a decent conversation with you because you take 50 years to respond back because you're busy working on your life. And they're just like, wow, I don't even get to see you. How am I going to build a relationship with you? You don't give me the time of day. Like, that could be platonic as well, but it's like, you're gone, you're missing, you're not available. So they're just like, raw, okay. I feel they're very proud of you, but they're very hurt at the same time, because it's like, wow, so you just dash me. You don't even have time for me. Like, wow, I know you're trying to improve your life, but fuck it, no, like, they're upset, innit? But this, do you know what's weird? This isn't in part number 1. There was some very spiteful people. I don't even know what to tell you. But you see, in part number 2, I don't think it's like proper spiteful. I think it's like, I really want to spend time with you, and you're always busy, and you're very bougie, and I feel like I'm not bougie enough. You know, they feel like you're kind of outgrowing them. These women feel like you're outgrowing them, and they don't know how to take it. They don't even know if they should take offense to it. Well, some of them are, but not a lot of them. They're just like, okay, basically you're just outgrowing me, and I guess I'm just not in your league when it comes to socializing and doing things, because you're just on a whole other level at this point. So yeah, even romantically, they just feel like, I'm not, even if you was to speak to me now, what you speak about I probably won't even get. You're probably going to speak about all these new things you're doing, and I'm sitting here doing the same thing all the time. They're going to feel away, you know what I mean? They're going to feel quite, you know, rubbish about themselves. But at the end of the day, people are going to do what they want to do with their life. It's not your fault that you're doing, you know, you're trying new things, or you have a new perspective, and people have the same perspective. They had the same 24 hours as you to change their perspective. They don't want to do it, then they don't want to do it. I don't feel like you guys should feel bad, pal number 2. I really don't. How do women view pile number 2? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. It is nothing to cut a soul off. Meaning, it's nothing to cut a person off. It's nothing to you guys. It's a breeze. Like, who are you? I don't have time for this. You can go. What did you think this was? And because I feel like in this pile, you guys really, really respect yourself. you respect yourself a lot, and you put love into the things you do. So if a woman is not cooperating well, you're like, bye, see you, I don't care. It's done. The conversation's done. I don't need to speak to you ever again. You think I need you in my life? I really don't. No one cares. You actually don't care. And the women know this. They know. They're just like, wow. They can't even do the whole, oh, we're not gonna be friends no more. Because you'll be like, okay, I bet, bye. Because if they actually said that, they have to mean it. Because you actually are not running them down. You actually say, yeah, it's a wrap. Still, it's done. Bye, see you. I don't care. And that's why the Queen of Swords is in reverse. And you're not taking no nonsense. If someone comes to you with some emotional argument that's kind of foolish, you're just gonna be like, did that make sense? What you said didn't even make sense. Because logically speaking, and then you find reasons as to why they're, not even find reasons, you can see why the argument doesn't make sense. And you're just like, well, this ain't gonna work. Bye then, I ain't got time for this. You know how much things I have to do today. You know how much new things I have to do today, and the next day and the next week. I ain't got time for this, and it's done. If this is a romantic connection, women feel like they can't get their way with you. Anything they say, you're kind of like, nah. In terms of like, I think this isn't a bad way as well, because the Queen of Swords in here, the Queen of Swords is in reverse. So when she's in reverse, she can be, she's basically a bitch. Like anything she says is to like mentally manipulate someone. She could do the silent treatment and all these stuff, and you would basically be like, okay, did you think that ruined my day? Because I really don't care. You think Alicia ain't trying to speak to me too? I'll speak to Alicia. It's not a problem. I don't care. Like, that silent treatment stuff is not going to work on you. And women know this. They know. And they're just like, oh. I thought I was going to get some reverse psychology out of this. And all that happened was the man told me go away. Or the girl told me go away. So, okay. All right then. Yeah, they don't have to take it. They're like, okay. And the Four of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, so but it's reverse. So it's literally no one owns you. Like, you're such a free spirit. They don't even know if you're ever going to get married, because you're so free in the way you live. Like, you're just like, nah. No one can ruin your life. That's so rude to say. Let me rephrase that. That was rude. So, for example, no one can tie you down to where you can't do the stuff you want to do. Does that make sense? And in my perspective, I feel like if you're with someone and they won't let you do stuff you want to do, then they're ultimately ruining your life. So that was my explanation for that statement. But it also could just mean that no one's stopping you from doing what you want. And women see this and they're like, okay. And I think some women are envious of this, because obviously they're with partners that say that they can't do certain things, and they listen to their partner and they can't do certain things. And then they have to watch you do what you want. Yuck. Angry, disappointed, upset. They got to be angry, They should be angry at themselves, because why are you putting up with that? But no, they're angry with you, because why is it you get to do what you want? Babe, no one's forcing you to be with that person. Like, what the hell? You'd be amazed, guys. Like, there's actually girls out here that don't like other women because the women are free to do what they want. Babe, you're making decisions in your life that are making you restricted to do what you want in it. Making you restricted to not do what you want, sorry. So, whose fault is that? Don't think it's the girl's fault. I think it's your own fault. Okay. Moving forward. Literally, that's what it means, guys. Let's get more information with the Oracle deck. How do women view power number 2? How do women view pal number 2? Faceless ghosts and the haunted girl ghost people. Oh my gosh, what in the fan club is going on here? That's too many cards. Alright, let's just talk about this card before I shuffle some more. So guys, I don't know what the hell is going on here. People are really watching you. No, guys, look at this girl and look at the girls watching her. And it's actually women, so this is how you know this reading is accurate. Like, these women are really watching this girl. Like, you have fans, girlfriend or boyfriend. You have fans and they are watching you hard, okay? You may have like ghost you may have ghost accounts watching your profile, yeah? Crazy. They're really seeing what you're doing. Some of you, that's kind of rude. Now I'm gonna say it. Some of you are just very beautiful, right? And people just love staring at your face. You're just really pretty. They can't help it. They're just like, what? Pile number 2 is gorgeous. I can't stop staring at them. You may even have girls that just stare at you, like, you know, when you're at a party or you're walking on the road, you may have girls that just stare in your face, and you're just like, why is this girl staring in my face so hard? I don't know you from nowhere. Why are you staring at me? Like, I'm scared. What do I do? Do I confront her? Or do I continue like I didn't see her? Or do I punch her in her face? Because why are you staring at me so hard? I don't really... You don't know if... And because their face is blank, you don't know if it's a threat. You don't know if it's admiration. You don't know if they're warning you about something. Like, you get a lot of people that stare and you're just like, I don't get why you're looking at me so hard, but okay. Oh my gosh, take a picture. What the hell? That. Oh my gosh, some women are obsessed with you. What is going on now? What's going on here? What is going on in this reading? Some women are obsessed with you. And it says faceless because you're never going to know who it is the women you least expect that are watching you hard right now, yeah? You guys are like, I already know who's watching me. No, babe, you don't. No, sir, you don't. It says faceless because you don't know who it is. You don't know. You probably know of them, but they're the last person you'd think that would be stalking you on your social media, or, you know, or wanting to see what you're doing so bad. Like, they're watching you every day to see what you upload. They're watching you every day to see how you improve, because it's just you're just that girl, you're just that guy. They're just like, I want to see what's going on here. Obsessed. And it says haunted because you never leave people's mind. Like, they always think about you, so they're always going to be watching you and what you do. They're never in their life gonna forget you, because we have 3 and 7. No, we have 34. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 is about I believe that's about development, spiritual development, and you guys keep developing spiritually, and people are just like, how? They're amazed at how you're able to do this, so they never forget. Maybe a lot of the girls that they're with, they're always in the same boat, doing the same thing. Nothing's really, you know, going on. It's just the same shit every day. But with you guys, it's like, I'm gonna do this. Not really feeling this. I'm gonna do this. I can improve on this. Let me do this. So you guys are constantly elevating, and the women are kind of like, what? Like, that person in my life, you know, they've elevated, and then these other girls, they're doing the same thing. So it's just like, they're just like, why are you so different? So they just watch you really hard, like, you know what I mean? Even if they view you, even if the women view you romantically, maybe a lot of guys that they're around, you know, they do the same thing, but you're doing something different. You're doing something interesting. You're an interesting person. So they're obsessed with you, and they're going to watch you hard. They're not going to leave you alone. You guys may have exes that keep coming back. You guys definitely have exes that watch you. Don't get that twisted. They're watching you on your socials. They're watching because they remember you. You're someone that they really, really remember. They can't forget you as an ex. They can't. It can't happen. So that's how women view you. Wow. What in the... You guys have this vibe of you're very... You're giving me Janae Aiko. I don't know what it is. You're very spiritual. You're giving me Erica Badu because you just have to be around people and then you could be gone and there's this magical element you have where people still want to be around you. They can never forget you. You cast a spell on them. Like, that's how they feel. You guys probably like, I don't cast no spell, just living my life. Your energy just feels very magical. So people just, they're just obsessed. What can I say? And because you guys are always, she's wearing like a short red dress. So because you guys are always doing something, because red represents like action and drive and determination. You're always doing something, so you're interesting to watch. But maybe other people around them aren't doing much, you know? How do women view card number 2? We have shallow grave. You miss someone. I told you guys about these exes. I told you about these. Carnivorous flower fairy attempting offer has a high price. So if we're going to go with shallow grave, you miss someone, definitely your exes are watching you guys, definitely. If these exes are women, they're watching you hard, yeah. And also, guys, if this could even be platonic, that's what's crazy about it. Like, if you had a friend that you said, yeah, we're done, don't speak to me ever again, I'm doing my thing, you've gone on with your life, you're living your best life, and they miss you. They miss a friend like you. They miss it. So because they miss you so much and they won't get over you, they're just going to stalk you because that's all they can do, right? So yeah, they miss you very much because you're the one that's changed and you're elevating, and they've stayed where they are. They feel empty without you, basically. I feel that for a lot of you, you was a really good friend. This girl looks the same in every card. What is going on here? Some of you may actually have black hair. Well, okay, that was interesting, but here's really standing out. Okay. Some of you have really beautiful hair. Now, if they're looking at you platonically, they're quite envious of that. I'm going to let you know that right now. Something about your hair, these girls are feeling like, why don't my hair look like that? You know, why don't my hair grow like that? You know, and then for some of you, if they're viewing you romantically, it's like, your hair's so beautiful. They feel like it heavily contributes to your beauty. Not just your face. Your face is beautiful enough, but your hair as well, bonus. So that was for some of you. That was a side note. I was trying to make a point, and then Spirit was giving me side notes. Anyway. What? I can't do this. This is too much. You guys' energy is too much. So we have Carnivorous Flower Fairy. Oh yeah, before I move on to that card, 29's here. 2 plus 9 is 1. No, 2 plus 9. Well, 2 plus 9. Risha can't do math. 2 plus 9 is 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. So it's literally a thing where you've just moved to a new chapter in your life because 1 represents new beginnings, and the person misses you and you ain't going back, because what the hell is that? We don't go back. We only go forward. We only move forward. So your person's like, yeah, they're gone. They're never going to speak to me again. Like, that's it. This could be women platonically or romantically. They're like, yeah, it's done. That he or she is never going to speak to me again. They're off to do better things with their life than to hang with me. I don't feel sorry for them. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, oh, woe was me. Sort your life out, mate. Like, just get on the same wave as pile number 2, then maybe you could be friends again. What the fuck? I just don't understand, but it is what it is. Anyway, Carnivorous Flower Fairy. You guys, a tempting offer has a high price. The way I read that literally is people are tempted to, so women are tempted to hang with you, to chill with you, to be with you, but you come with a high price because you're just, your standards are high, you're not taking no disrespect, you look after yourself, you know, they can't, they feel like it's just too much. They're not on the same wavelength, so they can't hang with you. They can't have someone like you. You're like, how do I explain this? It's kind of like, I know I shouldn't really compare people, but I have to so you can understand the situation. It's kind of like, let's say you're just like a random person in your community, and then this individual's Paris Hilton. This individual is I believe his name is Idris Elba. Like, you're gonna thinking, nah, you're thinking, nah. They're not gonna talk to me. There's no point. Like, I'm not even gonna bother speak. Like, that's how these women are feeling. Like, you don't really want to be friends with them because you're doing other stuff with people in higher places, or you don't want to be in a romantic connection with them because you could be in a romantic connection with a baller. You know, you be in a romantic connection with a I don't even know, singer, artist, you know. I'm getting creative type of vibes from you anyway, but just, you could be friends or be with someone in a way better position than them, so they're just not gonna bother like speak to you. There's no point. This is so sad, and you guys are just being yourself. Like, this is tragic. This is a tragedy. Let's get more information. Some of you have like an innocent face. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, yeah, you guys have this whole innocent vibe going on. That's why I don't feel like, I didn't get the vibe of it. You guys think you're bougie, and like, people need to say that, but what they need to say that to make themselves feel better. But when they really look at you, they see that you're just this genuine, loving person, where you have this kind of innocent vibe going on because you're just living. You're not doing nothing to no one, and you know, they have to say something off or weird about you because then they would have to deal with the fact that they're the problem and they don't want to do that. So that's how these women are feeling, guys. That's how these women are feeling. Let's go. Okay. Wait, one more shuffle. Hold on. How do women view pile number 2? How do women view pile number 2? So it all decided to fall on the floor, and that means they're really feeling this way, guys. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. We have tough wisdom. You guys are very wise. Some of you, they feel like you're wise beyond your years. So you have an old soul, or you've taught yourself a lot of information that has enabled you and allowed you to get very far in life at such a young age. So they're just like, okay, this bitch smart. Or they're like, this guy, he knows his stuff. So they're just like, yeah, you know a lot of information. You you have this very intellectual vibe going on with you. Like, they think you're just very intelligent. I don't know why I'm looking at his body. They feel like your body's banging pile number 2. These girls are like, yeah, pound number two's body is banging. So there's, it, you know, in the platonic sense, there's some women that would love to have your body type, and then there's some women that are envious of your body type, and then in a romantic sense, there's some women that would love to, they would love to be intimate with you, no doubt, because your body is what is saying it. So your body's doing a lot, okay? They particularly love the hip and abdomen area. Abdomen, stomach and hip area. That's what I say. They like that area. So yeah, hip, stomach, legs. Love your legs. Yep. So it's like you look good, and you're intelligent. Double no, and you like to try new stuff, and you invest time in your project. Like, it's your triple threat. Like, they don't even, they women are feeling like you're a bit of a threat because you're very intelligent and you look good. And you know, some women kind of are like, you know, you're either like really intelligent and you're not really that good looking, or you know, you're very good looking but you're kind of a bird brain. But you, because you have the looks and the intelligence, they're just like, okay, so you just had to be a triple threat. Fine, cool. I know I said two things, but there's probably another aspect of you that I've previously said that they're just very, you know, annoyed about, because they feel like they're not really, they're not really popping in those areas. Yeah. And some of you, they just view, in a platonic sense, there's a lot you could teach them. There's a lot you could teach them about life, and in different sectors of life. So there's a lot you could teach them regarding love. There's a lot you could teach them regarding business. There's a lot of things you can teach them regarding finance. Like, you're very interesting. So yeah, there's not much you don't know. That's how they feel. Obviously, no one knows everything, but you're probably one of the people they know that knows a lot of stuff, especially for your age. So it's very, they're like, okay, interesting. We have Apache fear. Yeah, you don't fear nothing. You're just like, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna live my life. If you don't like it, if you want to laugh at me, you can laugh at me. I don't really care. Yeah? Because while you're laughing, doing nothing with your life, I'm out here making moves. Yeah? Cool. So who's the real fool out here? Because I believe it's not me. Like, that's you guys' mindset. Like, I'm taking risks. What are you doing? The same thing over and over again, mate. You know? So yeah, there's just no fear element to you. And in a romantic sense, because you don't have a lot of wisdom as well, you're not scared to go and, you know, and hope. You feel like there's someone out there that, you know, is on your wavelength, and you don't search for them, but you're like, I will eventually be with them. I don't operate out of fear. I'm not going to be with someone just because I'm scared that I'm going to be alone. I don't work like that. If I'm going to be alone, then I'm going to be alone, and it is what it is. But I feel like eventually I'll be with someone that I'm supposed to be with. I put all my trust in spirit. I put all my trust in the universe, or in God, or whatever deity you believe in. I put my trust in them. So if you want to go, you can go. You think I'm running after you? I don't care. God has me. The universe has me. I really don't have time for this. So yeah, that's how they're feeling. I'm also going to add additional messages on my Patreon for part number 2. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can. The details are in the to my channel. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can. But if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, you can do so. Details are in the description box below. And if not, I hope you like this video. You can like and subscribe to my channel. And if you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. But I'm going to go to pile number 3 now. Cool beans. Cool what? Cool beans. Key. The key, bitch. The key, bitch. Okay. The key. What can I say? No. Let's stage the place. Everyone's the bomb today. I don't understand. All these women are viewing you guys very highly. I'm loving it. Some are jealous, but I guess if they wasn't jealous, you wouldn't really be doing anything great, right? So, that's what it comes with. That's what it comes with, guys. You can't be great and expect not to have haters. What do you think this is? Okay. Crazy. Okay. Right. Anyways, let's do this. So, you guys, you just have to answer for everything, don't you? Oh, I did not mean to come at you guys like that. There's some women that feel like you just have to answer for everything, innit? That's what you just feel like you can solve whatever so quick. And that's it. For some of you, you have the key to a lot of people's hearts. A lot of people have a soft spot for you. That's what women think. Like, so obviously if they see you as an opponent, if they see you as a rival, they just feel like you just get what you want, and they have to work hard to get what they want, and they don't think is right. If the women view in a romantic sense, they have a soft spot for you. Like, you could charm your way to get them to do whatever you want. What? You could charm them to get whatever you want. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. And they think you're very intuitive because the key's silver. So very intuitive, and you kind of know what to say to get your way. That's how women view you. So you're very slick when it comes to your words. 100%. You may have air elements in your chart, but they're like, yeah. For some of them, some of them are amazed by it. Some of them are kind of annoyed by it because they have to work harder to get certain things. Then you guys might be like, that's not my fault. I understand. But yeah, that's how they feel. Some of you may feel like I actually work hard to get the things I get. Yeah, well, for some women, they feel like you just get it a bit easier. That's how they're feeling, Be very careful though, because the key is a possession as well. So if this isn't a romantic sense, women may feel like you could give them access to multiple things. You could give them access to a lot of things. So be careful, because they might use you for what they can get. The same way you're able to get things very quickly, the same way they may try to use you to get things very quickly. So, and that's even with friendships as well. So this pal, be very careful, because I feel like I'm about to see some cards, and these women may try to use you platonically and romantically. Let's go. Right, how do women view pile number 3? Sorry guys, that is my stomach. I'm going to eat in a bit. How do women view pile number 3? Again? Oh gosh, pile number 2 got this. The Fool. Yeah, but this is in a different way. So you guys have access to new opportunities. You guys, if you want something, you're going to go and get it, and you have access to it. Like, it's not a problem. women feel like you're not really going to make a fool out of yourself because it's so easy for you to get. So they feel like you barely get rejection when it comes to new opportunities and things. They feel like you're quite adventurous, you're quite fun. And because you're quite adventurous and you're quite fun, oh my gosh, that's burping the microphone. I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I am so sorry. All I can do is apologize. But as I said, I will eat after this reading. Anyways, so yeah, because you're so interesting and you're so full of ideas, it's literally a thing where that attracts people to you because you're quite fearless. And that's why you get a lot of opportunities, because you're quite likable as well. Like, that's how women are viewing you. You're just kind of like a breath of fresh air. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, you're very carefree. So you don't really. They feel like you don't really have to care anyway, because things just fall in your lap. Like, that's how they feel. So I feel like these women are a bit salty out here. I'm feeling the salt. I'm tasting it. And it's just very sad, but obviously, yeah, I'm getting very, you get that, why don't I get that vibe? And it's just really, it's really embarrassing. If women view you romantically, yeah, they just feel like you can give them a lot of opportunities. You're the one that brings in the new things. So okay, anything else? Wait at me. Oh, there, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be careful, guys, because they feel like because you're so carefree and lenient, they feel like they can basically take the mickey out of you. That's why the Fool card is here. Now I know it's upright, but because we have someone being able to get what they want, I can kind of intuitively see that as a negative as well. So some women may feel like they can take the mickey. No, this is both. This is platonic and romantic. Because you get a lot of opportunities, someone may feel like I can just take the mickey out of pile number 3, because they're not even paying attention to, they're not paying attention to my intentions, basically. So there's some women that want a lot of things from you, and they feel like you're so naive to them actually attempting to do that. So I know that was kind of rude, guys, but I'm just the messenger. How do women view pile number 3's person? No, what the hell? How do women view pile number 3? We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Oh gosh, we're gonna hurt some people's feelings. Women feel like sometimes you don't really think before you say stuff. That was rude. That was for some of you. Because the reason that is because you guys are very carefree, and apparently they feel like there's no consequences to you saying certain things, because you're gonna get what you want anyway. That's how they're feeling. Some of them are feeling they don't have to analyze you too much, because they feel like they've how do I explain this? Because you don't overthink, they feel like you're not suspicious of them, and because you're not suspicious of them, they don't have to take a seat back and analyze how they're going to manipulate you, because they feel like it's easy to do so. I am so sorry, guys. This is rude. And the thing is, yeah, I feel like the people that think this, because you're such a kind spirit, and I feel like you guys are a very nice person, because I feel like you guys just don't. The reason I say that is because I feel like a lot of good things happen for you guys, and I feel like only really good things happen for people that are clean-hearted, right? And because you're not really focused on agendas and that, it just shows that, you're very genuine. So because you guys have these qualities, that's why I think a lot of good things are happening for you. That's why I feel like, you're getting rewarded from the universe. But this person just thinks that you're a bit slow and they can take the mickey. Like, that's how women basically feel. So you may be someone that actually has a lot of women friends. Like, there may be no conflict with women, but it's because the women don't see you as a threat because you're so carefree, basically. You're not, they feel like you're not over analytical, so there's not going to be any problems in the connection, and you're able to, some of you are very beautiful, by the way, and you're able to get girls into clubs. What? You're able to get girls like free access to something, able to get them drinks by men. I don't know, there's just this whole, I'm able to get this because I hang with this person, because I hang with pile number 3. So there's a lot of benefits you come with, and they think that you're not suspicious of them using you for that. Crazy. If this is romantic, yeah, this person feels like they don't have to be careful with what they say to you, because you're going to give them what they want anyway. So that's why I said pile number 3, you need to be careful, because yeah, mate. How do women view pile number 3? We have the Hermit. Okay. Second message. Sometimes you guys aren't available. Let me explain that. Because you're out doing like multiple stuff, it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of similar to like number 2, where there's not enough time to be around you. Or was it 3? I can't remember. But Dave, okay. So because you're the plug, I should even say that on YouTube. Because you're the one that can give them all these benefits, and that when you're not around, sometimes they feel like you're purposely kind of staying away from them. Now, I know that kind of contradicts what I said before, but let me explain. Like, they kind of feel like, oh, I'm missing out on opportunities now because pile number 3 isn't here with me. Like, that's how the women are feeling. When you're not around, they feel very like their life isn't that great. But it's not for emotional reasons, it's for monetary reasons. It's regarding like leisure and what they can get. It's not really emotionally, it's not like, oh, I miss pile number 3 because, you know, I love spending time with them. Is I miss pile number 3 because, you know, they're able to get me this and that. So be careful with these women, guys. I feel like for pile number 3, like with women, you're just very calm and relaxed, and I feel like they're using that they're using that to their advantage, and you just gotta be careful, you know, because not everyone's really your friend. So yeah, if women view you romantically, they kind of feel like you're just not available a lot of the time, because obviously you're out doing new things, getting what you're supposed to get in life. And they feel quite isolated because they want to be involved too. And I feel like you attract women that are kind of closed-minded. Please don't get offended, but like women that kind of have like gold-digging tendencies, and they want someone to look after them, but they don't want to get the stuff themselves. Because if you were someone that wanted to get stuff yourself, you wouldn't be relying on someone else to get stuff for you. So yeah, you guys kind of attract women that do not embody the same energy as you. It's very close-minded, and my man's got to pay for this for me, my girl's got to pay for this for me. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just that type of energy. And just be careful, guys, because I feel like these women are users. For pile number 3, these women are users. It's not even like, it's actually not positive. This reading is not positive. I'm very sorry, guys, but this is a message you need to know, right? What is positive about it is they do admit that you're very open and you like to take opportunities, and you know you're a nice person. But then what's kind of negative about it is, so far, is they feel like you're kind of gullible and you're easy to manipulate. And then when they're not with you, it's not because they're not upset because they wanted a strong connection with you. It's because you have access to all the things they want. So, you know. How does pile number 3 feel about how's pile number 3? How do women view pile number 3? That one fell on the floor. Okay, we have the 3 of Cups. Yeah, you're a good time, you know. You're fun to be around. But for me, the 3 of Cups isn't deep enough, you know. We have the 3 of Cups. If you guys didn't see, it's always kind of bright in my room. Yeah, you're a good time. You're fun. You're carefree. Like, they'd love to go partying with you, shopping with you, out with you. Like, all those trivial stuff they like doing. Like, it's fun. It's great. But in terms of depth, no. And you may be in a group with 3 girls in particular, and it's just but let me tell you something. If you are someone that's in a platonic friendship group with 3 girls, you know how they say in a group of, okay, yeah, this is a bit sad. You know how they say, yeah, a group of 3s aren't that great because there's always one that kind of gets left out and 2 that are more closer, but no one ever speaks about it. Yeah, you're the one that's left out and those 2 are closer. I'm confirming it. I'm letting you know. So the 2 people you're around, they have a closer connection than you have with any of them individually. And I'm really sorry if one of them have made out that they're closer with you, because I'm gonna tell you, babe, they're not. They're really not. And and I'm kind of getting this energy of they kind of have been conversing with the other one about how they're going to get certain stuff from you, because, as I said, you're the one that has access to all the benefits. So I don't know. I'm not liking these group of girls. Yeah, I'm not liking it. Now, if you're not in a group of 3 and it's just, you're just inquiring about girls in general, yeah, you're a vibe. You're a vibe. You're really fun. You're great. But I don't see any emotional depth there. No one really feels really close to you because they're too busy using you, basically. That's rude. You may have some close friends that, do, really like you. But I'm going to be real, the majority of girls, because we're asking about women generally, they're just trying to use you. So, yeah. And be very careful also, because some girls may feel that, as I said, because naive came into it, they may feel like you're a bit of an airhead. And when I say airhead, it's like, guys, I'm a very blunt person. I don't even mean to be rude. But it's a thing where, like, you may be a very intelligent person, but you've come across like you don't know anything. That's how you've come across to women in general. Like, all you know to have is a good time and do new stuff, but you don't think about the details of stuff, and you're not cautious of people trying to manipulate you. Therefore, it's easy to manipulate you. Like, that's the vibe that you give off, unfortunately. And if we're going to speak about how women view you romantically, yeah, you're easy to get along with. It's not a problem. But the person's just upset when you're not around, because then they don't have access to benefits. But do they view you deeply, like romantically? Nah, not really, because you give off a very free, fun type of vibe. Because you don't give off an intense, deep vibe, I guess there isn't that there. So, yeah, you're fun. I'll give you that, Well, that's how the women view you. Right. We want more information. I don't want to use this deck. I'll use this deck after, but I want to use this deck first. I don't like the way they're viewing you, because they're trying to make out like you don't have any personality but being fun, and that's not cute. But then again, guys, you also have to think about the impression that you've given these women. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you have a lot of depth to you, but you haven't shown them that, so they're just coming to their own conclusions about how your personality really is, I don't know. They're giving me... you definitely have some haters, though, because just because you get things, okay? I'm blessed. Don't be jealous of that. Sort your life out. What the hell? Okay. How do women view power number 3? Um, 11, sweet memories. Yeah, like some of you may have actually, you know, cut off a few female friends that you probably was really close to, and they're thinking about the good times they had with you. No, I said the good times they had with you, but I don't think it's about you. I think it's about what you guys did more, which is pretty sad. But yeah, like so remember I said there's a group of you that were your friends with a lot of girls, and they just view it as a light connection. There's not really that deep, and there's some of you that may have cut off a lot of women because of some shady behavior you probably have witnessed, and they're thinking back about the memories that they've had with you, but they're not really, they don't really miss you as a person, if that makes sense. They miss what they could get away with. Um, because you've changed the dynamic of the connection, and they didn't want that. But if you're using people, babe, that's what you get. What the hell? Right. How does power number... How do women view power number? Autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. It's just really pathetic. Like, I'm just not happy with what's coming out. How do... Oh, right, yeah. And obviously, like, if women were... I forgot to talk about the romantic part aspect as well. So if women was in a romantic connection with you, it's just a thing where, like, they missed what they could get out of the romantic connection. It could be sex. It could be what you gave them. Maybe you always paid for their food. Maybe, you know, it's more of what they could receive from you that they miss, not particularly you. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, but yeah. But I'm just annoyed because it's like it says please don't lose hope. So they're hoping that you will speak to them again. The girls that you have said, yeah, I'm not speaking to you no more, romantically or platonically. They're hoping that you speak to them again. Because they're not losing hope in the connection. For a lot of you, if you've cut off people, they are praying you speak to them again. But I'm gonna let you know it's not for good reasons at all. It's to use you again. You know. We have 11, which is 1 + 1 is 2. That's, you know, getting along with people. 6 is harmony, like, but it's for selfish reasons. Okay. Some women want to reunite with you that you stopped speaking to, as I said, for benefit. And let me get one more card. It's just kind of repeating the same thing over and over again. Can I see something different, Spirit? Like I know this person's a tramp, or these women are tramps, but like, give me something else, you know? How do women view power number 3? Maybe you guys, you know what it is? Maybe you guys are just too giving, and people just like to take the mickey. How do women view power number 3? We have Sea Beacon Fairy Guidance, but where will it lead you? They're asking... Some of these women are asking others for help on how to, you know, get back in connection with you, how to speak to you again. Wow. They don't know if it's going to work, but they're going to try their best, right? What was you lot offering? Damn. I wouldn't be friends with them again. Sorry, guys. Like, obviously, you can do what you want, but mate... So you can use people and then, nah, man, I don't like that. Let's get more information. That's literally all I can see in that card, guys. I don't really... How... You guys' reading is just like one straight explanation. It's crazy. How do women view power number 3? How do women view power number 3? How do women view power number 3? We have Eros love in reverse. Wow. Guys, do I have to really tell you what that means? Eros love in reverse. What else, please? It's just some jealous, nasty energy. Like, what the hell? How do we remove power number 3? No, that's too many cards, man. Okay. Wow. I saw Loki come out twice, guys. That's not good. Okay, so first of all, Eros. Let's talk about Eros love before I get the next card out. Because too many cards are trying to come out at one time. They don't like you, yeah. They don't like you, and the reason women do not like you. Power number. Okay, so for those of you where women view romantically, this doesn't apply to you. I'm talking to the platonic viewers. So for those of you where you view women platonically and vice versa, they can't stand you, and the reason they can't stand you is you get the love that they want. They don't get it, but you do. You don't have to do nothing to get it. Yeah, you're just a vibe. You probably have friends that are just sitting there miserable, or they're very, robot-like, and you're the very energetic, vibrant one, right? And they can't fucking stand you, yeah? Let me excuse my language. They can't stand you because you just get everything. You ain't had the hard life, and it's just very jealous, envious energy, and it's just like, what is that, Listen, guys, I'm a Taurus and I rule Venus, and I don't like it where this jealous energy. Like, we promote love, and love is reverse, and I'm just not happy with that, So I would say be very careful, number 3, power number 3, because you have a lot of women that are jealous of you. Do you get what I mean? And power number 1 and 2, it was a bit of jealousy, but your one is just disgusting. Like, I don't even know why is this bad, just because you have access to a lot of things and you get your way quite easily. Like, okay, you're just blessed in that respect. What the hell? But yeah, just you needed to know that. And for those of you where women view romantically, it's just a thing where they're not there for love. I'm gonna fucking cry. Okay, let's be more general in it. Let me try and be as expansive as I can. So for some of you, is a thing where they're not there for love. They're there for monetary gain. They're there to get things because of the way they view you, which is you're very easy to get stuff from. And you're too carefree, so why not? And then for some of you, because I'm going to try and, see if I see another message. It's probably you that's not giving out. Okay, some of you, you're just not giving out love the way you was before, right? So you guys may have been very, very loving, and this is why they view you as a bit naive and these stuff. But then for some of you, because it's like you previously had that reputation, and now you're moving very cold and icy, where it just seems like you're not giving out love anymore. You're not being loving, and they're just like, so how am I going to get what I want from power number 3 if they're not being loving anymore. Like, this is going to be a bit of a sticky one. So it's kind of like you've evolved, and this is why the dried flower fairies butterfly wings, because butterflies represent transformation. So it's like you've evolved into a type of, okay, I obviously need to protect some energy because people have been taking the piss. So I'm not going to be showing any love anymore. And they're feeling it, and they're like, oh man, I used to be able to take the mickey at any point, any time, and now I can't even really, I have to be not careful, but it's gonna be harder to get what I want now. So either way, there's just a lack of love there. Like, women just aren't viewing you for loving reasons, and I'm really sorry, you guys, if you actually view women in a loving way. But remember, this is women in general, so there are decent women out there that will love you for you, but the women that you're attracting right now, the women that are around you, majority of them, they're just on some, I need to get something from pile number 3, rather than I want to be in a loving connection with pile number 3. So and to be honest, the way you guys some of you may have contributed to this is, if you kind of show your value through the stuff you have, if you're someone that kind of flaunts, your money situation, stuff like that, then obviously these girls are going to try and speak to you for your money. Do you know what I mean? So maybe you can change that to, I'm not going to really discuss what my financial situation is, but I will show you how I am romantically. Then maybe they will change their perspective, But that's for those of you where you show your value through monetary stuff. Okay, one more card. Or 2. No, it's one. Is one more still. Full action in reverse. Yeah, so as I said, for the group of you, there's some of you where they've been taking the mickey and now they can't anymore because you've kind of put a stop to it, and they don't know if they can come forth and speak to you the way that they did before. And there's some of you where, like, I'm getting mostly pile number 3 that this is people that that you've known for a while. I don't think it's women that don't really know you, but yeah, for the women that do really know you, they just feel like they don't know how to get you in the same mindset that you was before, because they was getting benefits with that old mindset you had. So they're not coming forth to speak to you as quickly as they would have done back then, because it's a bit harder now because you're just not having certain things. So yeah, like, interesting. But that is your reading, pile number 3. I'm also going to do some more messages for this reading on my Patreon. So if you want to check my Patreon and subscribe to it, you can. If not, you can like and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like a personal reading, you can look in the description box below. So bye guys.